Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Slay the Spire. And for today's challenges in Slay the Spire, we're going to do essentially the common sense in-game achievement. So if I look at that, there is an achievement. Should have looked at where it was beforehand. There it is. So the common sense achievement is beating the game with a deck that contains no uncommons or rares. I'm going to do something a smidge harder than that, just a very small smidge. I am not allowed to collect any uncommons or rares during the run. I'm not allowed to add them to my deck. The reason that's a smidge harder is because technically you could get an uncommon or a rare and add it to the deck as long as you remove it by the end and still get the common sense achievement. I'm going to do 2 runs, I believe, today, and the first one is going to be with the Silent. So the rule is never add an uncommon or a rare to the deck. I am going to be playing in the first Ascension level, really because that's as far as I've gotten with the Silent so far in this profile. Let's see what we get for our whale reward. Alright, so we cannot take the first one because we cannot have rare cards. The rare colorless card we also can't take, so it's down between 100 gold or a random boss relic. Both of those are pretty interesting as starting options. If I look at my map, if I picked up the 100 gold, I could go to that first shop very quickly. There's 3 elites over here. I think going to elites, especially in Act 1, is going to be quite good for us. And then on this side, we could technically get 3 elites. So I'm going to go this way, which means that 100 gold could mean that I get to buy a relic or something good at that shop. I'm going to take the 100 gold. Now, first one. And by the way, just to be very clear, when I'm talking about the deck that cannot contain uncommons or rares, I'm talking about this deck, not this deck. So it's the deck that you're building throughout the run, not the deck that you have in your draw pile. That's probably not going to matter ever during the run, but there are some things that there are cards or other things that create cards in your deck during the battle. And I'm not worried about those. I'm only preventing things from appearing in my deck proper, the deck that I get to bring between floors. Anyway, this battle, we're going to weaken him. That means the defense will mean we don't take damage this turn. And the cultist is an easy, it's one of the battles that you fight first. But still, one of the things to think about with the cultist is you want to keep putting damage on, because eventually the amount of strength that he has is just going to overwhelm any deck that you've had thus far. That didn't matter this time. I never had to choose to attack rather than block. But there it was. The dexterity potion is quite good to get this early, and I can't take any of these cards. All of these are uncommon cards. Also, by the way that I know that is due to the color of the banner at the top of the card. If you look at the banner at the top of all of my cards, it's gray. The blue banner is uncommon, and there's a yellow banner, which means rare. So I don't get to take any of those cards. The Jawworm. Unlike the cultist, the Jawworm, it's often good to block rather than keep attacking, because the Jawworm just doesn't get as much strength as fast as the cultist does. Fortunately, I'm drawing my defensive cards when he's not attacking. And I'm drawing my attacking cards when he is attacking. That's unfortunate. That means we're going to take 5 damage here, which is quite a lot of damage to take against one of the first 2 floors you're at. Block everything here, and most likely we're winning next turn. Strike and a strike will do. All of these are common cards, which means I can get them. Backflip is a pretty nice card. Drawing 2 cards is quite good. I don't know how good drawing cards is when I don't have any uncommons or rares. It's still good. I think I will probably take Backflip. The other thing to think about here is that I really need some more damage dealing cards for these 3 elites, and I don't have a lot of time to get them. So I could take Flying Knee for that reason, but I think I'm going to take Backflip. You just don't see as many defense cards as you see attacking cards. So finding a good defensive card early is quite good. I could duplicate a card in my deck. That's not the greatest. Most likely because I can't afford these 2, and this one would copy a pretty bland card. Most likely I'm going to remove a card and buy 1 or 2 of these cards. Let's start with removal. I think removal is one of the best things to do to your early game deck. Especially with the Silent, because the Silent starts with a 12-card deck. It just starts... The Silent starts with more cards than any other character, which is bad, because that's more of the basic cards. Now I've got a fair amount more money, and there's some good things to spend it on. Blade Dance is good, Dagger Spray is fine, Dodge and Roll is good, and Flying Knee is good. These 3 cards I cannot buy because they are uncommon or rare. By the way, there's the yellow banner I was talking about. I think, even though Dagger Spray is the one on sale, I'm going to take the other 3 cards. So here we go. We've now built a deck. Do I want to go to another normal enemy? I think I will. And I'm going to normal enemies because I just need more cards. I need to see more cards in this particular run than others because I don't always get to pick all of them. I hit this one because it puts it down to 6, which means a strike would finish it next turn. And a strike does finish it this turn. I guess I'll play Dodge and Roll because that, with Neutralize, neutralizes this guy's attack. And Blade Dance is just better than a strike. 100% of the time. I mean, I guess it's not 100% of the time. It depends on the enemy. Alright, a Fire Potion. Quite good to find this early. That might help us through one of those early elites. And the only card I could take here is Outmaneuver. I don't think I'm going to take Outmaneuver. There's 2 reasons for that. One reason is that I just don't like the card that much. And the other reason is I think this card is much worse in the you cannot take uncommons or rares, because uncommons and rares tend to be the ones that cost more energy. A Slaver. I would prefer not to take damage this turn. In order to do that, I guess let's start with a backflip because it draws me more cards, which means I have more information. In order to not take damage, I'm going to have to spend all of my turn on defense. But I think that's worth it because I believe we could get out of this battle without taking any damage. Neutralize so that he deals less. 2 defends will block him, and the Blade Dance hits him. I realize I have a fair number of skills that I use regularly in this deck, which means, as per usual, the Goblin Knob Elite is the worst thing that we could run into. Survivor blocks everything. I chose to do Survivor instead of a dodge and roll and a defend, so that I could put one more strike in. Especially because this turn we are weak due to his previous turn. I'm going to be weak the next turn too. Neutralize. The backflip and the defend. Actually, backflip and dodge and roll is better. And I cannot defeat him this turn. I'm going to do the flying knee so that I have more energy next turn. There we go. No damage from that battle. The only thing I could take is Blade Dance. I will happily take another Blade Dance. Alright, time for some elites. This is not a bad elite to see, but it does mean the one card that I did not buy in the shop would have been the best card to have here. That's a little unfortunate. In this elite battle, I usually like to deal a lot of damage to the left or rightmost enemy first. And that means that I'm going to take a little bit of damage early. So, I think next turn is a good turn to have more energy, so I'm going to use the Flying Knee instead of 2 Blade Dances. I guess 2 Blade Dances, I might not have had enough space in the hand to support 2 Blade Dances anyway. Now, I could use this Fire Potion to just take care of this guy immediately. Is that better than having that for future? I think this would be more important for a Goblin Knob than it would be for this particular battle. It only would save me from 4 damage this turn anyway. Or 3 damage, actually. I do like playing dodge and roll, because that gives me some defense for next turn. I don't have enough to defeat this one. I guess I'm going to use the neutralize on it, because it's possible I will not draw a strike next turn, but I would draw a Blade Dance. Backflip, so the strike takes out this one, and now that we're this far into the battle, where there's only 2 of them, now I prioritize defense. Not that I can prioritize defense when I don't draw my defensive cards. These shivs take this one out, defend the other one. No choices that turn. And now it's just a question of whether I draw my defensive cards on the turn that he attacks or not. I did this time. Unfortunately, this is requiring me to discard a card. You don't like to discard dazes, you'd rather have them burn themselves. Let's see what else we draw. Blade Dance is better than Strike, and then a Strike. Next turn, I will 100% of the time be able to defeat the enemy. There. Snecko Skull. Whenever you apply poison, apply an additional poison. That could be quite good. So I cannot take Envenom. I could take a dodge and roll or another flying knee. I do like both of those options. I think that I'm going to take dodge and roll. Actually, there's two more elites here. I guess I'm going to take flying knee. For the later game, I think dodge and roll is better. For right now, flying knee I think is better to fight two more elites. Alright, so this is unfortunate. This is one of the events that could actually end this run before I die. Because this one I cannot guarantee that I don't get a new card. Most likely I won't get a new card though. And this one's common, so it'd be okay to get. See, I cannot take infinite blades, so I will purposely choose something that it does not match with. Cannot take Mind Blast. Neutralize. I could have another Neutralize. Do I want another Neutralize? I think yes. And I have the choice to get Backflip. I think I'm going to get another Backflip. Here's the Goblin Knob. The one that we do not like to see. I do have the Fire Potion. I will most likely use it. Could have used dodge and roll there. I think it's better to knock him down as quickly as you can. So if I know that I'm going to use the Fire Potion, is it worth playing these two cards? I think it is. That's unfortunate, but I do have 4 energy, so I can spend a couple of backflips finding another attack. There's another attack. And the only way that I win this turn is if I use the Fire Potion or the Duplication Potion. So let's use the Fire Potion. That's what it was there for. Bronze Scales is quite good. I could take Dagger Throw or Tactician. I'll take a Dagger Throw. Oh, Kunai. Kunai is quite good here. Let's take it. Kunai works very well with Blade Dance, because 3 attacks is what you get from 1 Blade Dance, and that will give you a dexterity for the rest of the battle. Aha, another one of these. I'll use Defend because that... Actually, let's be smart about this. Don't use the Defend first. Use Blade Dance first. Because if I use Blade Dance first, I get a Dexterity, and then Survivor now gives me 1 more block than it did otherwise. Which blocks everything instead of all but 1. I've gotten 4 energy. Let's discard a Defend. The question is, what am I going to do for the rest of this turn? I could play 3 Defends. This is not normally how I fight this battle, but let's do it. Part of the reason why I'm going this way is because the bronze scales is helping me. It's helping me defeat them. Blade Dance, quite good. Now, dodge and roll will block the rest this turn and some next turn. What do I use the neutralize on? I've got plenty of attacks that would kill that in one hit. So I'm going to use the neutralize on this one. Just to get rid of its artifact. There's a Blade Dance. That's one of the attacks that defeats this very easily. And then there we go. Play all of the cards other than the strikes. I do not have a block right now, but I could draw one. I did not draw one, but I drew a way to defeat this enemy. I'm going to discard the Dazed so that I could play the rest of my cards. The cleanest way to defeat this, dealing exactly 14, is the Flying Knee and the Strike. That leads the maximum amount of damage on the other sentry. One defend, 10 block. A pretty nice defend. Let's use a backflip to see... Actually, I did not need that backflip. I had enough damage in my hand. Question card. This is quite good considering the run that we're doing. Piercing Whale. Piercing Whale is a very good card. It is probably one of the stronger common cards in the game. So let's take a Piercing Whale. And I don't really need to heal just yet. So let's smith. Typically with the silent, I like to smith neutralize first. And I think I will do that. The additional weak is very nice, and neutralize is better in our deck than usual because we have 2 backflips and a dagger throw, so we'll see our neutralize more often than we normally would with a 20-card deck. I could get another Blade Dance. I could. Most of these cards I cannot buy. I could buy a Sneaky Strike or Blade Dance. I think rather than buying a Blade Dance, I'd prefer to remove another card. And the other card that I prefer to remove is probably a Strike. Yeah. Haven't seen any poison cards that I could draw, so the Snecko Skull hasn't done anything yet. But I have in the back of my mind that I've got Snecko Skull to spend. Blade Dance pretty cleanly would kill this one. Or we could kill this one using neutralize as well. Let's think about that. This one is doing more damage right now. This one makes it harder for me to win later. I'm going to deal with this one. And then the next one I want to defeat is this one. So let's start on that. And I'll just use Survivor for my block. There. So this one, by the way, made me weak, which means my Blade Dances are a lot worse. They only do 9 damage instead of 12 damage. I think I'm going to use gonna use the backflip next. Oh gosh. Have to spend all of our attacks on this. Well, what do we have in our deck? I want to draw those next turn, so instead of playing the backflip, I'll play the defend. The Gremlin Wizard, now dealing tons of damage, but I was prepared for that. Next one I want to defeat is this one. I could spend the rest of my turn blocking, or I could spend the rest of my turn attacking. Blocking. Blade Dance is excellent. And 2 flying knees to finish him off. No damage in that battle. So I cannot take the left or the right card, which means Sneaky Strike or Deflect. Sneaky Strike works with 2 of the cards in my deck, but that's it. Deflect is pretty nice. I'm apparently building a pretty decent block deck, which is not necessarily what I was going for. Pretty decent block decks tend to be good if you have poison to back them up, which I don't. Where am I sending these shivs? I think I'm going to play Piercing Wail this turn, which means I'm attacking only with shivs. Let's do the first 3 like that. And the next 3... Should I do a Flying Knee instead? I don't think that matters. Let's just try to knock out this one this turn. Dagger Throw takes care of one of them. Strike takes care of the other. Cannot take Masterful Stab. I could take another Deflect, another Dodge and Roll, or another Backflip. I mean... should I take another Backflip? Sure. Now let's smith a card. So, what card do we smith? Could be one of the backflips that I've taken. I do like the backflips. Could be one of the Blade Dances or the Flying Knee. The Blade Dances add more than the Flying Knee does, because an extra shiv deals 4 damage instead of the 3 extra that we get from the Flying Knee. I guess what I want most is the backflip. Let's go for it. I have a lot of cards to upgrade. I feel like I will have no real trouble with this battle. Let's see if I can make that happen. So the question is, do I play a strike or a dodge and roll? I'm going to do the strike, and that's because of the kunai. Let's start with backflip. And then definitely a blade dance, because that gives me some more dexterity. And then the 2 defends. Not defending against everything, but I'm defending against most of it. And the bronze scales dealt a lot of damage there. So, let's use a backflip. Drew my neutralize again there. Do I want want to play another backflip? No. Couple of flying knees and a defend. Basically just don't play the strikes. Now this is good. The blade dance and another blade dance followed by a dodge and roll. Oh, I had all of that energy. I could have played another strike. It was a mistake not to play that strike. So let's start with neutralize. And then backflip already blocks against everything, so we could play it first. And then a couple of blade dances. Wonderful. Backflip. Flying knee and strike. I do like how the backflip blocks all of the damage. That's quite nice. So this is an excellent turn for a piercing whale, but I might not need it. Well, let's do it. I'm defeating this boss somewhat slowly, but very effectively. That's not the normal way that beating this boss slowly works. Normally, Hexaghost you really want to defeat somewhat quickly because the burn pluses that he puts in are really bad. But I don't really have much trouble even with all of those burn pluses in my deck. Because I just have so much dexterity. Great. So all three of those cards are going to be rare cards. That's why it's a yellow pack. So might as well not even look at them. No more potions, but we gain extra energy. We gain extra energy, but all of the enemies start with more strength. Where at the end of the turn, we no longer discard our hand. The Runic Pyramid might be good. I think the Runic Pyramid is the choice here. The other possibility is Sozu. I do really like the extra energy. I think I'm going to take Sozu. Can no longer obtain potions, which means these 3 potions are all we are going to have for the rest of this run. I want to encounter elites, so I could encounter elites. Going this way, I would get 2. This way also gives me 2. I also want those fireplaces because upgrading my cards is quite good. So I think I'm going to start here, hit the question mark, and the shop first. Don't know how this enemy is going to go. I don't know if we deal lots of damage quickly. I played that Deflect just in case I didn't have enough space in my hand. I think I did, but I thought playing the Deflect was easier than counting. So this is a real bad turn, I guess. Because I cannot block even the 10 that he's dealing, which is sad. The Piercing Whale is going to do basically nothing in this fight, so I'm going to use it. Just gets rid of one of those artifact charges. Now, dagger throw. Let's see what other options we have. Well, that's not great. I guess I want to defend as much as we can. Blade Dance. Good old Shiv deck. Goodbye, potion. Now, I could get another Deflect. The Poison Stab would be the first source of poison that we have. And we do have the Snecko Skull. I think I will take it. It makes me want to remove cards from my deck even more than I already did, though. The mutagens would be quite good. I cannot choose this option. Choosing this option could give me uncommon or rare cards, which would invalidate the run. So it's either this one, which is a common, or obtain a special relic. Get Jaxed is pretty good in this deck. It's just that 3 health loss could be real bad. I don't know. This is one of the few decks that I would choose Jax, so I think I'm going to choose it because it is one of the few decks that I would. Unplayable status cards can now be played. When you play a status, exhaust it. It's not terrible. I think it's better than removing a card. And it's better than Dagger Spray, certainly. And I cannot buy any of those cards. So, Medical Kit it is. Let's do another question mark. Ho-ho. Good face or bad face? Let's go. I got a bad face. The Gremlin Visage. Start each combat with 1 weak. At least it only affects the first turn. So here's an option to use Jax. I don't want to use Jax in most battles though. I really only want to use it sometimes. I stopped playing the Shivs because I realized that I want to play the Strike before the Shivs, probably. Of the cards in my hand, I would only spend 1 energy, so let's play another Backflip. Great, that gives another Blade Dance. That's even better than playing the Strike. Poison is good against this creature. I can defend with the dodge and roll and defend. Let's start with that, since I can't do 3 attacks and those. And then the best 2 attacks. Finally got to use my Snecko Skull for the first time. Yes, let's start by drawing and seeing what we get. Okay. I appreciate that. Is doing a fair amount of damage this turn. Let's start with Dagger Throw. Okay, drawing the Backflip makes me think that the Piercing Wail is not necessary. But if I did not draw the Backflip, then it would have been necessary. One of the things that I really like to do with the Silent is to just skip my entire turn. and still win. So I could get an upgraded Sneaky Strike or an upgraded Deadly Poison. I think one upgraded Deadly Poison would be good. I don't want more than one. Yeah, I don't want more than one, but one upgraded Deadly Poison seems good. Now I'm going to take the Fire Path so I can upgrade more cards. Alright, this is a good turn for Piercing Wail. Let's just start with that immediately. Now, I only need to block 9. Well, 3 shivs will give me more off of this one backflip. And I could play another backflip. There's nothing that I would prefer to draw with that other backflip, so I could just play a defend, or accept that I'm going to take a little bit of damage in this fight and play one of my attack cards. I'm going to play the defend. I'm hopeful. So I'm definitely playing a Flying Knee, and then it's probably just all of the defend cards. Yeah. So here's where we use jacks, I think. Yeah, lose 3 health, gain 2 strength. Then play the shivs. Then play dagger throw to see if we get something better than a strike. That is significantly better than a strike. But not this turn. This turn it's the same. And we're taking 18 more damage. Very painful. Start with the backflip. So I'm going to neutralize this one. No reason not to backflip again, I think. Unless I want to play dodge and roll instead. Let's do dodge and roll instead. And I'm going to put poison on the right one, since he will be around longer. And I don't think I need the poison to defeat the left one quickly. Well, it's not the best. Am I going to play jacks? Not again. Not this battle. So that takes care of this enemy. And then I can get rid of both of my wounds because I've got the medical kit. The medical kit gets rid of wounds. If you've ever wondered why it was named the medical kit, now you know. It gets rid of wounds. Alright. Blade Dance it is. Finish this battle. The white beast statue is awful because I can't get any potions. Don't really care about Bane or another deadly poison. I mean, Bane is good, but I have so many attack cards in my deck that even though it would be a good attack card in this deck, I think I need to stop adding cards to the deck so much. I want it to be more consistent. Alright. Start with a Blade Dance. It's not the best start against this enemy, but it does upgrade my backflip. So he's dealing 21. Can't quite do that with dodge and roll and backflip. Could play Piercing Wail. Defend everything with a defend, or play the dodge and roll, which helps for next turn. Let's play the defend. He might not do the same attack next turn. Well, he did the same attack this turn. So much for that idea. So these two shivs, I'm not going to attack with them next, because if I attack with the poison stab, he now has 4 block, which means I can hit him and he doesn't get block back. So now the other shiv doesn't really do anything. And we block as much as we can, which means, by the way, the dodge and roll would have been the better choice that previous turn. So, do I want to play backflip? Yes, because I don't want to draw those 2 next turn. And a poison stab should win. Don't think I want another flying knee. Do I want another deflect? Yeah, 1 more deflect would be good. Now let's upgrade a card. I could also rest. It'd probably be good to rest at one of these. Let's rest at the first one then. Actually, thinking back on that, it would have been better to rest at the second one because this might contain a pillow. It does not. It contains something very good for our deck, but it's not a pillow. So my improper rest did not affect us too much. Now, what would I like to upgrade? This gives more strength. I think I want something for the normal battles, though, which is either a poison stab or blade dance or dodge and roll. I'm going to do the poison stab. I think it's the poison online a little bit more. So, let's play Jax. It's a good battle to use Jax in. And then a backflip. Ooh, neutralize is great here. That means that my 1 backflip blocked everything that he does. Huh. This is not the best hand. Let's see if we can get a different hand with dagger throw. Alright. This turn, there's really no choices. You just play everything in your hand. There. This particular elite is rather hard for some decks, but this particular deck, this elite is no problem. Can I win this turn? Yes, I can. Let's win this turn. There goes the fruit juice. Would have loved to have that. The toy ornithopter and white beast statue together is so good, as long as you didn't take Sozu. Really regretting that decision. I mean, it might still be the right decision, but I've certainly felt the pain. All uncommons means we must skip. Now, I don't think this is a battle in which using Jax is that great, so I will not use it. I guess I would like to start with neutralize on that one. That means that after I play 3 attacks, the backflip blocks his entire attack. Didn't do too much for me, but it did something. A couple of blade dances are very nice here. So he is going to kill himself, which means let's use the last shiv there. If I play a non-attack card, I get a dazed card in my draw pile. I will play one non-attack card. This turn, I unfortunately want to play many non-attack cards. Let's start with Dagger Throw, and this is important. So if I played Backflip first, I would draw 2 cards, these 2 cards, but I would also get a Dazed in my discard. If I start with Dagger Throw instead, then what happens? I have to decide what I'm discarding. I guess I'll discard a Defend, because I'm just going to draw another one. Then what happens is I use Backflip, I get to shuffle my deck, and then a Dazed goes in. So now I've got many less Dazed cards in the deck that I'm going through. So, dodge and roll, and defend will block everything. And let's save up more for next turn. The Blade Dance is not an attack. So let's play Dagger Throw first. But I'm still going to play it because dealing 9 damage and getting 1 dexterity is quite good. Can I win this turn? Does not look like it. I mean, I will win during his turn. But I'm going to take 18 damage while that happens. Acrobatics. Acrobatics is an excellent card. I think I want it. It's also quite good in our particular deck, because we have several zero-cost cards and we have an additional energy. Deadly Poison is not very good. Let's play Acrobatics. Not going to play Jax in this battle. So what am I going to play? I guess the Flying Knee, a Dagger Throw, and Blade Dance. Now then, I've got plenty of energy. Let's start with a backflip. I know that I'm going to Flying Knee this one. Or I could... The Flying Knee and the Poison Stab would take him out. The question is, would I rather do something else with my energy? I'm going to play some other basic cards first so I can think about it. If I did the Poison Stab here, it would knock down one of his artifact debuffs. I think that's better than defeating this enemy this turn. Okay. Start with the Blade Dance. And then a backflip. And then another backflip. The defend will block the rest of the damage that's coming in. So let's play that. The neutralize and the poison stab are getting rid of the rest of the artifact charges there. So now we can actually debuff our enemy. I like starting with the backflip. Always play Blade Dance. And now this deadly poison looks much nicer. I could not play the deadly poison. If I don't play the deadly poison, I would play Blade Dance first. I would get an extra dexterity. I don't know if that would make these give more because I'm frail. So normally these give 5, plus the 3 is 8. I think that I would not get any more defense, but I'm going to try it. So my theory is that these 2 cards will not increase even though my dexterity increases. Oh, this one did. I did the calculations for defend, but not for dodge and roll, so I'm taking 1 less damage because I did it that way. Good. 1 less damage could be important. Skip those. Start with Blade Dance. Really do like starting with Blade Dance. I guess I'm always going to play the Dagger Throw, so might as well play that next. The neutralize here will make the deflect take care of all of this enemy's damage, which means I can play more attack cards and still get no damage this turn. I can play all of my cards, so there's no reason to question, except remember to play Survivor last. Blade Dance. Now, I do not need the block from backflip, so might as well play Acrobatics instead, so that I get to see more cards. Do I want to play the backflip? Yes, because I do not want to draw all of those next turn. I want to draw some attack cards next turn. Deadly Poison and Poison Stab puts on the poison. And we're done. Dagger Spray or Outmaneuver Plus. I mean, do I think Outmaneuver Plus is now a decent card in my deck? It could be. It actually could be. Let's take it. I could rest. Resting might be the right choice. I'm not going to rest. I'm going to smith. I really want to smith more cards. Which cards, though? I think the backflip. More backflip would be nice. Because I did not rest, we don't have a lot of health to go around in this battle. I need to take care of these enemies down here quickly. I mean, it looks quite like I will be able to do that. I'm going to start with dagger throw because it gives me more information. I do want both of those defends, and I have enough to play all of these, so I could choose to discard a shiv instead of the strike. Do I want an extra shiv in the deck? Why not? So, poison stab. I actually could have discarded one of the defense. That was a mistake. I didn't calculate the fact that I could defeat this enemy this turn. But since I did it that way, I'm not going to. I'm going to let the poison defeat him next turn. Alright, this is painful turn. Let's start with Blade Dance so that I get a little bit more out of my defensive cards. Neutralize is also good. Let's neutralize you. And then I could either play Acrobatics to hope to draw something else this turn, like that Deflect. If I drew the Deflect, or if I drew the Backflip, or the Piercing Wail, I would use it. I think that's enough cards that it's worth playing the Acrobatics rather than the Outmaneuver. Ooh. I want to keep Jacks. So I'm not playing the Defend, I'm playing one of the other cards. Let's play Jacks. Now, I'm definitely playing the Deflect, and the Piercing Wail looks good here. I blocked everything, but I did deal 3 damage to myself. Okay, let's start the poison on the main enemy. So this enemy will die this turn, so I don't have to defeat it. Should I use another Jax? Sure. Another Jax is fine. I will defeat this enemy because my defends don't block all of his damage. Alright, here's the painful turn. Neutralize first. Then a backflip. And then another backflip. So the deflect doesn't quite do it. The survivor does, but also the deflect and the dodge and roll does. So I like deflect and dodge and roll more. But before playing the dodge and roll, it would be good to play one or both of these blade dances. I choose to play one because I want to play poison stab. This might be a good turn to use outmaneuver. Yeah. So next turn we've got plenty of energy. And I think this means that he's summoning more guys. That was actually the worst draw that we could get when we had extra energy. We've got multiple backflips and an acrobatics in there. I was hoping to draw one of those. Should I use Jax again? At some point you should stop playing Jax. If I played Jax, these would be doing 11 damage. We're gonna play Jax. And I can defeat one of these enemies right here. Let's do that. Kind of want to use the neutralize there, but I also want to use the deadly poison there. You've got to make choices. I choose deadly poison. Okay, here's a dangerous turn because they're doing 40 damage. I can block 40 somewhat easily now. Let's just block all 40. He's summoning more guys. How about that? Start with backflip. Put some more deadly poison on there. And I think I'm just going to go after the main enemy at this point. No reason to play more jacks. Alright. They're about to defeat me, so I'll just end my turn. Oh, the poison. The poison killed them. Those are all rare, so we're not going to take any of them. This is what our deck looks like so far. Elites drop more relics. Snecko Eye, I draw more cards, but I start confused. Double the effectiveness of potions. That would only affect these 3 potions. I guess I'm gonna let those... No, I'm gonna get Black Star. I like more relics. So, by the way, I didn't mention this. I could go after the 4th act. I haven't really decided whether I'm going to do that, but what I have decided is that if I go to the 4th act, I count it as a victory if I get there. I don't have to win in one of these challenge runs in the 4th act. This one is going so well that I might go to the 4th act. And I see a way to get 3 elites and a couple of fires. I'm going to choose that. We're going to go this way, hit up the shop on our way. Blade Dance is always a good place to start. Start there. Then let's backflip. I could backflip again. Definitely deflect. That's enough to block all of the damage. So what do I want? Would I rather have some poison or some more energy next turn? I choose some poison. So now this guy will defeat himself. It's just a matter of figuring out what to do with the rest. This is probably the best turn to use Piercing Wail, so I'm going to use Piercing Wail. Piercing Wail, and then the dodge and roll will be enough. So let's take out another Blade Dance so that we make our dodge and roll even better. Start with a backflip. The deadly poison is excellent on the spiker, because I don't want to attack it directly. I mean, I can attack it directly this turn. Let's get rid of the repulsor first, though. Oh gosh, this is a pretty bad turn. Let's hope dagger throw makes it better. I will discard a dazed so that I can block this turn in next. So he does 7 damage to me if I attack him. That means if I use a defend, I can attack. And then if I use another defend, I can attack again. And then we win. The Entropic Brew, goodbye. I could get another Acrobatics. Another Acrobatics plus, for that matter. Let's do it. Starting with the Blade Dance. Still a very good maneuver. What do I want to do this turn? I think I'm going to defend twice and then either do Flying Knee or Outmaneuver. Let's do Outmaneuver. Hey, I actually drew out Acrobatics on a turn that I played Outmaneuver. Great. Now what am I going to do with this? I'm definitely playing a lot of strikes. Let's start with some strikes. And then that's how much block I have, which is not great. I'm going to reduce the damage as much as we can by going after the one that had the most attack. Start with a Blade Dance. Dagger Throw would take this guy out. I think I'm going to use Backflip first. So Poison Stab I'm going to put on the healthiest one. At this point, I don't need the Dagger Throw. He's going to defeat himself against my Thorns. So let's use another Backflip and a Dagger Throw. I think that I want to start with either Backflip or Acrobatics. Actually, Blade Dance. Blade Dance is a good place to start. Now a Backflip gives me a little bit more. The Dagger Throw, depending on what it draws, could defeat this enemy. I'm gonna go for it. And part of the reason that I went for that is I can block everything anyway. This one's about to come back online. And this one's not attacking, so he's not going to die this turn unless I specifically decide to kill him. The Deflect doesn't quite do it. Deciding whether to play Outmaneuver or Strike. I guess I'm going to do Outmaneuver, so that next turn I can do more. And at least we drew a Backflip on the turn, but I have lots of energy. He's defeating himself as long as we can block his damage. So let's go after this one. I guess we will do that with a Strike And then 2 shivs. This one gets a poison stab. And then, like I mentioned, this one will defeat himself on our spiky back. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch adds weakness. That would be in addition to the neutralize that we have. It's kind of a missing thing in our deck, is to add lots of weakness. So I am going to take it. I did not think that there was a card I wanted to take. We are not doing this. I'm going to save that gold for the shop. Alright, Deadly Poison is a good way to start this battle. So here we go, we've got a Sucker Punch that adds weakness already. I'm not going to play Jax this battle. I basically am saving the Jax only for bosses and elites. Acrobatics. Don't need the defend. I don't need the deflect either. So let's get rid of the deflect. And we can play acrobatics again. And one more strike or a dodge and roll. I think I'll do the dodge and roll for next turn. Apparently the dodge and roll didn't do that much for me. Yeah, it didn't do that much for me. Oh well. I am going to block everything, so I'm going to use this other defend. Here we go. Here's the danger turn. For the danger turn, I can play all of my cards, and the order only matters for Survivor. And I perfectly block. Wow. That ended up working out pretty well. Acrobatics, we don't need the deflect this turn. I guess I'll do dagger throw, and then let's do another acrobatics. Great. Having multiple acrobatics, multiple backflips, and the outmaneuver. Let me point out each of those cards. So the outmaneuver works really well when I have multiple acrobatics and multiple backflips. Otherwise, like I mentioned before, I don't really care for the card that much, but it has worked out pretty well in the deck that I have built. So can I win with just these three? I think the answer is yes. I only needed 2 of them. Another acrobatics? I don't think I need another one. I could get a whetstone, upgrade 2 of my cards. Clockwork souvenir isn't too bad. I don't think the anchor is that important. Not against what we're going up against. So I'm going to choose the whetstone and card removal. Card removal first. Do I want to remove a strike or a defend? Both are good removal options. I will choose a defend this time. And then whetstone. And let's smith another. Or this could be a good time to take to recall the ruby key. I guess I will. We're going to the 4th act. As long as I survive. Start with a neutralize and a blade dance. Then backflip and deflect blocks it all. Do I want to do dodge and roll so that I have some blocking next turn, or do I want to do dagger throw? Dagger throw. Great, this turn we are not doing any damage, but that doesn't mean that we can't... Well, I mean, I guess we're doing 3 damage right there. But one of the things that I can do, even though I'm not doing much damage, is I can increase my dexterity with kunai and increase my energy for next turn with flying knee. So, let's start with acrobatics, because we don't need most of the cards in our hand. Even though I said I'm saving jacks for elites, I don't think this elite is one that I care to use it on. $33 damage. That is a lot of damage. I at least can play the burn to get rid of it. The medical kit gets rid of the burn. And then the deflect is going to be at 7. Ouch. And let's play dodge and roll for next turn. $45. 45 is not very nice. Let's play a backflip and a backflip. And we might follow that up by another backflip. Yes. Alright, defend everything. Very happy that I can get rid of the burns. I'm not very happy that I did not draw a single block card. That really hurts. I guess I'm going to be healing after this elite battle. Put on some more poison and get some more energy for next turn. There we go. That was a pretty painful elite battle. This potion belt does nothing because we have Sozu. I got the white beast statue, the toy ornithopter, and the potion belt after taking Sozu. Man, that's so painful. They really like to dig it in, don't they? Alright, we have to rest. We just took way too much damage in that elite battle. And the smiling mask doesn't do anything for me. The sapphire key lets me go to the 4th act. Do I want to heal at this one too? I think I do. Don't like how often we're healing. Neutralize, good place to start. And then what? Acrobatics. I said acrobatics, I played backflip. Alright, let's try playing acrobatics this time. Poison Stab is my best attack. Strike Plus is my second. No. Flying Knee is my next best. A couple of Blade Dances is quite nice. Let's play the Dagger Throw. I guess I will always discard the Defend, so I didn't need to do that before playing the final Shiv. Alright, so I'm taking 10 plus 12, 22 damage this turn. Let's reduce that. Well, now I'm not taking any damage. I didn't deal much damage either, but at least I didn't take much. So I'm taking 22 damage again this turn. So dodge and roll and survivor is enough. This time it's 32 damage. Let's put some neutralization on this enemy. Now it is 26. 26 is better than 32. I guess let's do the defend, so we block everything, and then the poison stab, and another sucker punch. Now, although I really like to end my turn when the enemy has enough poison to kill them, right now I would take 10 damage if I did that. So let's play back foot first, and then end our turn. Could get another outmaneuver. Another outmaneuver. It's even upgraded. Is that worth it? I have no idea, but I'm gonna try. Start with the Blade Dance, and it would be really nice to take out one of these daggers this turn. Doesn't look like that's possible. So what do I do instead? I guess I take one out next turn. And then block everything that they're dealing me this turn. Piercing Wail might be good here, because I again cannot defeat them. So Piercing Wail. And then defend, sucker punch this one so it's weak. She keeps putting out more daggers. So, this turn, I am taking a ridiculous amount of damage. Let's play as Jax, so that I take even more. I can stop a lot of that damage by defeating that dagger. Let's play Dagger Throw. Let's see here, what's the most efficient way to take that one out? The Flying Knee plus a Blade Dance. I'm gonna play Blade Dance no matter what, so might as well play it so that I can look at the cards. Yeah, Flying Knee and Shiv takes that one out. Let's start there. And then Dagger Throw this one. Take that one out, and we're only taking 21 damage. Ouch. Hey, look, here's some block cards. It's nice when you draw those. I want to play both the dodge and roll and the defend. Means I won't be able to use my kunai this turn. start with a backflip. Get rid of the wound. So one more defend blocks everything, and then deadly poison and strike. I do not feel the need to play the second Jax, so I will not. I will discard the strike, because I think outmaneuver is better than strike. In fact, I'm very confident outmaneuver in this deck is better than strike. So, my outmaneuver lets me play another outmaneuver. It's not the most impressive thing for it to do. And I should be able to win this turn, unless I draw no attacks. Didn't quite draw no attacks, but I got close to drawing no attacks. Weaken you, and then play a ton of block. Alright. The Reptomancer dealt me more damage than I would have liked, or would have expected from a Reptomancer. Prepared could be good. Prepared Plus, it's already upgraded, and it gets me to my... I think it's good. So many cards that I have in this deck are about versatility. This is not great. I don't want that curse. I can't take Madness because it's uncommon. So it's the curse or lose 4 health. I'm going to lose 4 max health. Very unfortunate. Okay. This battle is not great. So outmaneuver is not the best in this particular battle because next turn having more energy doesn't do me great things. Since I can't deal him damage next turn. Alright, I can play everything. If I can play everything and the order doesn't matter, don't need to think about it. Hello, Ricky Nicky. Welcome to the stream. Play a Blade Dance. This is the turn to get all of the damage in. And Prepared ends up being a good choice because I don't need those cards this turn, but I would like these. I somehow missed that I picked up an Ornamental Fan. The Ornamental Fan is very good in this deck. So, I can block everything. Let's strike a couple times, put on some poison, and block. The poison is one of the few things that's nice to do during the turns that he's intangible. And I do really like that I can just take the burn out. Good turn for Piercing Wail. And outmaneuver. I've got plenty of things to do next turn, even though he'll be intangible. Okay, take the burn out. I really do like that medical kit. That medical kit has come in very handy. A lot more than I would have expected. Dagger Throw allows me to draw another card. That's good because it's a Deflect. I will use these two first so that I get one more from the Deflect. So taking 12 damage, that's better than the last time we were at this enemy. Don't need all of these defends, so let's get rid of the defends. And then doing a bunch of shivs and then a backflip seems pretty nice. I have enough energy, so acrobatics, so I can choose what to do. And I choose neutralize and flying knee. This looks like... Oh, I missed that he was going to defeat himself. Oh, Pen Nib is quite good. Gremlin Horn is fine. Pen Nib, every 10th attack I play deals double damage. That's very nice with all of my shivs because I can pretty easily decide which attack gets the extra damage. An upgraded slice. I'm gonna take it. I have enough card draw in this deck that might be good. I don't like that I have got a 31 card deck, but there we are. And we're going up against the final boss here. Here's my deck. A couple of strikes, a strike plus, still have most of the defends. I've got 1, 2 upgraded backflips and a normal backflip. I've got 2 upgraded acrobatics and prepared plus, and I've got 2 outmaneuver pluses. And of course, because of the challenge that we're doing, I have only common and basic cards. No uncommons or rares. And here we go. This particular boss has the Curiosity ability. Curiosity, whenever you play a power card, he gains a strength. So having power cards in your deck is bad against this boss. I happen to have no power cards in my deck, and that wasn't by choice. I just didn't get any power cards that I was actually allowed to get. I can't think of whether there are any common power cards in the Silent. There might not be. So maybe just the nature of this challenge made it so that I couldn't get one. Anyway, let's do the battle. Starting with a backflip. Prepared seems good because I'm not playing Piercing Wail or Strike this turn, so we can just discard those. I'm not going to get Kunai this turn because I don't have enough attacks. So I guess the one possibility there is if I backflip and get another attack, I might. I'm just going to play dodge and roll for the next turn. And then I've got lots of choices here for attacks. All of them, so all of these 4 cards have a different reason why they might be good. I'm going to choose Deadly Poison on the healthiest of the cultists. Alright, Blade Dance is pretty good here because of Ornamental Fan and Kunai. I'm going to send the Neutralize there so he deals less damage, and Acrobatics to draw more cards. I will definitely play Jax in this battle. Don't think I need the Strike, so let's play Jax. Now what, though? There's so many choices. How about another Blade Dance? This enemy will defeat itself after attacking me. And then my best block card is Survivor. So I ended up blocking all of their damage, but I did deal myself damage. He's dealing 16 plus 9 is 25. I only have one defend. Let's see if I can draw another defense card. A backflip. Wonderful. I don't think I'm going to play outmaneuver this turn. So this slice and these shivs will take him out. These are currently doing double damage, so this one does double damage, and then a normal damage one takes that guy out. Sucker Punch so that he remains weak, and Flying Knee so that we have more energy next turn. I will play another Jax. Let's deal damage to myself some more. Now I am fully blocking the enemy, so let's just hit him a bunch. At this point my defends, like a single defend, plus the ornamental fan, gives me enough block. So I'm playing outmaneuver, so we can do more things next turn. And this is basically a one battle, by the way. I obviously haven't won it yet, but I'm very, very confident in this win. So now it's just defeating this boss and thinking about the next one. I do like having all these acrobatics, because I'm drawing a lot of cards that I don't need. There. That was a pretty nice turn. Do I want to play yet another Jax? Sure. Let's deal more damage to myself. And then Dagger Throw, see what we draw. We drew a backflip. Great. We don't need the defend anymore. Let's use the Poison Strike with the double damage. Great, so what can I do? At this point in the battle, because, you know, he's not awakened yet, he's unawakened, I want to do whatever I can to make it better for the second half of this battle. So Blade Dance deals the least amount of damage per card. Put some shivs in my deck. But I want the Flying Knee for the energy, I think. And then I can't play any of these, because there's no target to attack. Alright, 40 damage. That is enough to kill me. Except that I have defense. Will I play another Jax? You know what? Every time I see Jax, I'm going to play Jax. And if it kills me to do that, then so be it. We will die to our Jax addiction. So dodge and roll, and then dagger throw. And that will that will block all of his. I wish I could have played one of those outmaneuvers though. Blade Dance. Does a ton of damage now. Let's actually use a backflip first to see if we can find something better to use the double damage on, like Flying Knee. And then, yes, I do want another acrobatics. I happened to not draw any of the things I was hoping for. I was hoping for a shiv, slice, or prepared. Didn't draw any of them. $30 damage. Let's use a prepared. And we'll discard one of our cards. I don't want to discard the Void because I don't want to draw it again. But I think I'm going to end up discarding Void anyway, so might as well. Oh, I need to discard 2, right. So the Survivor is my source of block this turn. Luckily that does most of the damage. Alright, see ya Ricky Nicky. Hopefully on some... At this point I don't think the Piercing Wail is great, but let's keep it in the deck just in case. Immediately drew the Void. Don't like that. Let's get rid of it. The backflip gives enough block on its own. And then I want an outmaneuver, I think. Yeah, let's play an outmaneuver this turn. So, acrobatics is the first thing to do. Oh gosh, the voids are awful. I'm going to discard a Shiv. I'm just going to play the voids so that they're out of the deck. And another acrobatics. Great. Here's a backflip. And a deflect that blocks everything. Could have dealt more damage to him if I had thought about the pen nib, but at this point in the battle, it really doesn't matter. I do have a couple of zero-cost attacks, so I'm going to use Prepared. Great. Blade Dance will finish it off. And I got the Common Sense achievement, which makes a lot of sense, since that is what I was doing. However, let's see if we can do the Common Sense achievement against Act 4. This is my first time on this profile going into Act 4. What will we smith? I could smith a backflip or a piercing wail. Both of those are quite nice. Another option is Jax. I think Jax has been really nice. So let's actually upgrade Jax. And what do I want? The Orichalcum is pretty bad. The Orrery is interesting, but that's about it. Can't take potions. The only card I can take is Poison Stab. That might not be bad. I mean, against the final boss, the Heart, Poison is really what I'm going to depend on. Or I could remove a card. I think removing a card is a little bit better than that. I'm going to remove a Strike, because I want the defense to come out more regularly. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to survive, by the way. This is a pretty interesting deck. I am going to use... Defend, defend, and deflect. Don't quite block everything. but it's the best I can do. And then I think I would rather have more energy next turn than deal 7 damage. Alright, let's start with a Blade Dance. Blade Dance is excellent. And I definitely want to end up looking at this guy. Do I want to try to defeat the leftmost one first, though? I think so. Let's turn around and look at this one. And we just have to turn back around before the end of our turn. Let's play Dagger Throw next. And Acrobatics. I'm going to discard the Strike. I'm definitely going to play Backflip this turn. The question is, am I going to play 2 more attacks first? Let's play a Backflip. And the answer is yes, because I drew Blade Dance. These are hard decisions. I think I'll discard one of the Flying Knees. So Slice and then Blade Dance. Now I will play the Backflip. And I'm going to play Prepared next. So defend and dodge and roll. I've got 18, and playing 3 attacks plus this backflip will give me enough block, so let's plan to do that. So if I'm playing 3 attacks, I need to use 1 energy on attacks. So, which attack? The Flying Knee. And remember, one of these attacks has to be to turn back around. There we go. Great. Now, this turn is somewhat unfortunate turn. Let's start with the Blade Dance. I definitely need to turn around. I could have played Jax there. I don't know if I want Jax in this battle or not. What I really want is some way to apply Weak, but before I can apply Weak, I need to apply something else. That is the conundrum. At least I can dig pretty far into my deck, but I didn't find anything. Okay, well, if I'm not going to get that, then we're just going to hit him with it. Could play 2 defends or a Blade Dance and a defend. The Blade Dance would make the defends worth more. It would give me the ornamental fan block. But the 2 defends are better right now. I think the right now is what matters. Get rid of this burn. I can at least Sucker Punch. So you have defense right now, but you will not have defense next turn. And I can block you even after I turn around. So therefore, I'm going to direct my attacks at this one this turn. Do I want the poison stab to be on that one, though? Yes, I do. Trying to take out the left one first. I don't know if it's a really good idea to try to take out the left one first, but it seemed good at the time, and that's all I really have. I need to turn around. The only card I have that allows me to turn around is Deadly Poison. Do I need to turn around? I play Piercing Whale. I still need to turn around. Okay, let's turn around. And play the rest of the cards. Again, need to turn around. I don't like how I have to turn around every single turn. But at this point, I am getting enough block that I can block most things that they do, if not everything. Flying Knee is not as good as the outmaneuver this turn. I wonder if I'm not going to survive this battle. I think I will. I think I will actually survive this battle, but it doesn't look very hopeful right now. Let's draw 2 and discard. I'm gonna discard the Deflects, get rid of the burn, and then I still have enough that I can play everything in my hand. So let's start with the backflip. Deadly Poison him. And outmaneuver again for next turn. Oh man. They keep doing more dangerous things, don't they? I can weaken both of them because I've got Neutralize and Sucker Punch. However, I don't have much block. I wonder if I can even survive. I wonder if I can even survive. I can play all the cards in my hand at least. So, do I survive playing the Defend this turn? 13 means that I will only block 3 of this. I do not, which means it's time to play the Duplication Potion. I was hoping to save my potions until the very last battle, but apparently that's not going to happen. Okay, I need that Acrobatics. Don't really need another outmaneuver, I don't think. I will discard the Survivor. I'm going to play the Dodge and Roll so I have some defense for next turn. And I at least made it. I at least made it to the Corrupted Heart. The Eternal Feather does nothing. The Pear actually gives me 10 health, which is nice. Ghost in the Jar, unfortunately, gets taken away. Ooh, another Piercing Whale. Piercing Whale is very good against the heart. So, I do not think that I'm going to survive. Let's put that out there immediately. I think that the run will end before I win this battle. However, I'm pretty happy having gotten this far, honestly. With common sense. Let's get a colorless potion. So remember, this is where it matters that I'm not putting this in this deck. I'm putting it in this deck. So even though these are not common cards, I'm still following the rules of this run. Forethought, I think, is pretty bad. Violence is only okay. Mind Blast is good right now and might not be good any other time. I don't think it's good enough to take it. Let's take Violence instead. Now, because of the heartbeat, every time we play a card, we take a damage. That's pretty bad with Blade Dance. However, this basically counteracts that as long as we play a block card first. Do I want to hit a different card? I mean, not particularly. I was thinking about the pen nib. I had the pen nib active, so I was dealing double damage, and I was trying to think of whether I cared whether it happened on the Shiv or not. And I didn't. Let's play Violence. And Poison Stab is good. Putting poison on the heart is very nice. Great. That was not a bad first turn. It's just the rest of the turns that are unfortunate. I need to start with something that blocks. Backflip blocks. Since I can play every card in my hand, I might as well play Acrobatics. The only downside is if it draws the Void. I'm gonna play it. It drew the Void. Of all the things. I wonder if the Void takes effect if I discard it immediately. I'm gonna discard it and see if I still get the effect. Oh, I still got the effect. Okay. That was pretty bad. The one thing that I was hoping it wouldn't get is what it got. Well, I got 7 more damage because of what just happened. I'm going to also get rid of the wound so I don't draw it again. Okay. Start with Deflect. Let's play the burn. It does less to me playing it and getting hit with the heartbeat than it does leaving it in my hand. We're definitely going to play the Slice. Next. Acrobatics is required to survive, so let's play Acrobatics. I'm not going to play a normal strike. Let's play Backflip. Sucker Punch is very good here, so is Piercing Wail. The Piercing Wail is a lot better, though. Let's play the Piercing Wail. That means I survive this turn. Now, I think Deadly Poison is the most effective thing that I can do to him. Put poison on for the duration of the battle. And the Bronze Scales did a lot of work right there. I would like to use Jax. It's going to be painful when I only have 14 health, but I do want to use it. Alright, the strike gets the double. And what horrible thing happens next? 42 damage, and I got the void. Luckily, I did play outmaneuver last turn, so I have plenty of energy. What I need is the ability to block. So I need to play acrobatics to look for more block cards. I'm not going to play outmaneuver this turn because I need to block this turn. So backflip, defend, and dodge and roll. That will block almost everything. But we have to worry about next turn. Well, Piercing Wail does take care of it, and these two cards would not. So we're going to play Piercing Wail. Get rid of the Slimed so we don't have to draw that again. And we're still... Why did I just end my turn? I could have survived that turn at least. I don't think I was going to win, but I don't know why I clicked end turn. Oh well. I won the challenge. I did get through Act 3 with only commons in my deck. Commons and basics. No, so Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, which would have been a good card in that run. And of course, the other two are more Shiv cards, which are cool, but they are uncommon and rare, so I couldn't have used them. As I mentioned, I will do another run. I'm going to do the Defect next. Again, on Ascension 1. And same rules. Only common cards. This is the Common Sense challenge, basically. So I'm only taking common cards. I cannot take uncommon or rare cards. Let's see how we do with the Defect. So choosing a card is not too bad. There's a possibility that I have to skip it. Transforming cards I cannot do because there's a chance that they would become uncommon or rare. And actually, speaking of that, there is a boss relic that transforms cards. So I also can't take this one. So it's really the top two. And I'm going to take the relic. Oh, Juzu bracelet. Interesting. We can go to lots of events if we want. I may want to. I really do like events. And it looks like I can fight 3 elites. Let's go to some events on the way. The start of this is so much easier. After fighting all of those difficult endgame battles, going back to the start is so calming. I will choose to defend more than attacking because I think I can defeat this without taking damage. And I can. So I cannot take Chill. I could take Compile Driver or Cool Headed. I like both of those, but I like Compile Driver more immediately. More at the beginning, so I'm going to take that. Let's get some max HP, because getting a curse is awful this early, especially that curse. Let's see what happens with a dual cast. Great. I will be playing Defend. Since I'm playing Defend, I might as well play Zap and Compile Driver, my other two decent cards. And Dual Cast. So, Beam Cell is fine. Hologram is good only if you have cards in your deck that it's good with. And you really have to upgrade it, because having Exhaust on it is pretty bad, and the upgraded version does not have Exhaust. So I'm going to take Beam Cell. Well, that's pretty ugly. I guess we will be taking 6 damage this turn. Start with a Beam Cell. Compile Driver now does a lot of damage. I cannot take Buffer. I could take Barrage or Cool Headed. Now that we have Compile Driver, Cool Headed is a better card. Not that it wasn't a good card in the first place, but it is better. So I think this is quite good. Upgrading 2 random cards for the cost of HP I think is good. You don't get to choose the cards, but you can always choose this and then heal at a fire, and you've upgraded 1 more card. And Strike and Defend, not great for it to have chosen, but still, they're better cards having been upgraded. I do have an upgraded Defend that I might play. And the upgraded Strike, yeah. Dual Cast is pretty bad in this fight because it doesn't choose, it doesn't go against the lowest health one, which is what you want it to go to. I guess we're going to play Cool Headed. And then Defend. And I guess a Zap is much better than a Strike. This Defend plus the Frost blocks all of the damage. And then I think I might do Dual Cast now. And then we can hope that it defeats the left sentry. Alright, Lightning Orb. I'm rubbing you for good luck. Hit this one. Nice job. Good little Lightning Orb. Well, no choices here. Just play all your cards and take 7. Man, I missed that med kit. I really liked having a med kit. It was quite nice. So we could go for the safe play, which is playing the Defend, or we could go for the risky play, which could turn out better, playing the Strike, and then hoping one of the 2 Lightning Orbs hits the leftmost one. Now there's 2 reasons why I'm going to choose Strike. One of those reasons is there's only a 25% chance that both of the Lightning Orbs will hit this one. And the second reason is because I rubbed this Lightning Orb before, so it knows which one to attack. See? Good little Lightning Orb. The Cool Headed is just as good as the Defend, and it draws a card. I'm going to Defend. I'm gonna let the lightning orbs have the win. Good job, lightning orbs. Recursion. Recursion could be good. It would need an upgrade, but it could be good. It does kind of go in the same deck that Compile Driver goes in, if I'm able to make such a deck. And I think I need to rest at this particular fire. I think I do. Yeah, let's rest. I got my 2 upgrades earlier, so I had to rest. Let's play cool-headed. And do I want to wake up the enemy this turn? I think the answer is no. Let's wait. If I use Compile Driver, it will wake up, but I will also likely draw Beam Cell. Well, I will draw either Beam Cell or Zap, maybe both. Let's go for it. I got both. Wonderful. I have an extra energy this turn because of Happy Flower. That means I can play 3 defends if I want. I think I want that. So I can defend, I can cool-headed, and I could recursion. I'm blocking as much as I can. I don't know if that's right for this particular deck. That's sometimes a good idea against this particular boss and sometimes not. Can't decide whether I'm making the right choice or the wrong choice here. Definitely want to play Zap more than I want to play a Strike. And I have enough to do Zap and the defends. I'll do that. So we've taken 11 damage from this boss so far. If I draw dual cast, I think I can win this turn. Let's go for it. Did not draw dual cast. Can I still win this turn? If I hit him with a strike and I play Zap, I win. Great. Toy Ornithopter. And an Ancient Potion. Cannot take Reprogram. Could take Barrage or Go for the Eyes. I'm going to take Go for the Eyes. Another one where it'd be nice to upgrade the card, though. Ancient Tea Set. Quite nice. So, I could take the Sling of Courage. Streamline is open to me, as is Steam Barrier and removing a card. I think Sling of Courage is quite good, especially getting it this early in the run. And then I'm going to remove something. I might remove Dual Cast. Yeah, I think I am going to remove dual Cast. Not the one I normally remove in the Defect burst. Alright, I've got cards that I want to smith. Recursion, Cool-Headed, and Go for the Eyes are all important to smith, as well as Zap. That's a lot of things that I want to smith. Let's start with the ones that become 0. some more sentries. The Defect is usually pretty bad at the sentries, actually, because the sentries are not the best with the lightning orbs, because the lightning orbs sometimes hit the wrong one. Like it just did there. It did actually hit the wrong one that time. I forgot to rub it first. I will use Beam Cell first. That way, go for the eyes applies a weakness. And then I am likely to defeat that one, actually. I actually should have done it the other way. I didn't think about it. If I had done the weakness first and then the vulnerability, I would have defeated it. Taken less damage. Do I want to defend or strike? I want to defend. So, go for the eyes. Can get rid of the artifact charge, which is not the best use of go for the eyes, but it's what I could do that turn with it. I think I should start with cool-headed. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Alright, in this circumstance, I'm gonna go for the rightmost one, because I can block everything this turn, and if I defeat that one by the next turn, it won't deal damage to me. So I've got one more turn where I am not trying to defend against damage. Blood Vial, not too bad. Cannot take either of those. I could take Cold Snap. I think Cold Snap is worth it. Ho-ho! I like this. Let's do it. Find loot. Alright, well, we were caught off guard. Beam Cell, it's a pretty good start in this battle. That's an excellent start for this battle. Go for the eyes is quite good here too. And Cold Snap and Compile Driver. Yeah, that was a smooth elite battle right there. Whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max health. Okay, let's hope we don't invoke that very often. Sweeping Beam or Rebound. I cannot take double energy. I think our deck is small enough that taking more cards is good. And of these, I like Sweeping Beam because it draws a card and we don't have an all enemies attack card yet. So one of the ways that I see people making mistakes in this battle is they go after the one that's attacking them, but really you want to go after the one that's buffing itself, unless you can defeat the one that's attacking you. And I'm definitely playing the strike. I think the strike is better than the zap a little bit right now, and I think the Cold Snap is better than the zap. Sweeping Beam coming in handy. And then I guess we'll go for the eyes here. We'll do a Compile Driver there. And Recursion. Cannot take those. I could take Barrage. I think I'm going to choose not to take Barrage. Who are we fighting? We are fighting the Guardian. I think I can smith. And there's still plenty of things I want to smith. I am going to go for Zap next. It becomes a 0-cost card. And then the next one that we're going to upgrade when we have the chance is Cool-Headed. Great. I have all of this energy, and I drew my 0-cost cards. So that's a reason to not have as many 0-cost cards as I have. That particular thing that could happen. So, Cold Snap and Compile Driver. I actually want those cards next turn, so I'm going to do Compile Driver first, and then Cold Snap. I guess I could have just not played the Compile Driver. Technically it did do a little bit of damage, but not a lot of damage. And I'm not going to play Cool-Headed, because I actually want my lightning orbs out there. Could play a strike, and still block everything. I do not have a way to block damage. So I need to play Compile Driver or Sweeping Beam in order to get a block card. Compile Driver is more likely to do it, because it draws more cards. There we go, there's a block card. And Go for the Eyes is worth doing, because it deals me 3, but it takes 4 damage off. Do I want to recursion a Frost or a Lightning? I think a Frost. So we're going to put a Frost up there first so that we can recursion it. Start with the Beam Cell, of course, and then Go for the Eyes. I kind of don't want another Frost right now. Now I'm okay with it, because I can do the Zap and then the Cool-Headed. What does Compile Driver do? It gets rid of those cards in my deck. I think that's worth it. Cool-Headed. And that one, I'm still okay not getting damaged. So let's do a Defend and a Compile Driver. And then anything else that I do will either do nothing or deal me damage. Let's recursion the Lightning, and then do the Cold Snap to get a replacement Frost. Start with Beam Cell, and then play the rest of the cards in my hand, since order did not matter. This particular boss battle hasn't gone extremely well, but I'm still winning. So, it's gone well enough. Defend plus Cool-Headed, recursion, and Compile Driver. Right? Yeah, Compile Driver. It's only got 17 health. What can I do against that? Now he has 9 health. And then beam cell plus go for the eyes. Let's defend before. We'll win. Energy potion. I think I like energy potion more than colorless potion. And then those are all rare cards, so why even open the pack when you can't take them? Snecko Eye. Snecko Eye works against what we've done so far, getting the 0 costs. Calling Bell gives me a curse I can't get rid of, but 3 relics, and it would cause Darkstone Periup to work. Let's do it. Oh look, it negates the next 2 curses. Not the one that I just got though. Molten Egg is quite good, and Thread and Needle is very good. That was definitely worth it. Now, I want to hit lots of elites like usual. I think I'm going to try to do ones that give me question marks and fires too. That is basically all of the different choices. I'm going to stop at this shop. We're going to do question marks, the shop, an elite, and then a fire, an elite, a fire, elite, fire. Yeah. I'm going to see very few normal enemies here because I've got the Jozu bracelet. The plated armor every battle. Very nice. This is not the best. Let's start with Sweeping Beam. Huh. Guess I'm gonna do Cold Snap and Cool-Headed. Let's start with Cool-Headed. Now I could choose to do this and not take damage this turn. I will choose that. $27 damage. Well, that's particularly bad. I probably should have used the Ancient Potion. I didn't think about it, but it would definitely have been the right choice there. Getting 16 damage from this enemy is pretty bad. Dexterity Potion. I like that more than the Speed Potion. Now I get upgraded cards, and I'll take an upgraded Sweeping Beam. Ho-ho! So I could smash and grab, that would give me money for the shop, or I could take the Ritual Dagger, which is a common card. I would lose 6 HP, but the Ritual Dagger is quite nice. I don't think this run is going to be the one for it, though. Let's get the gold. And spend it. So Ball Lightning is a card that I want in this deck. The Toolbox, I think, is not great. Bottled Lightning, what would I bottle? I don't really have anything I want to bottle. The Vajra is good. So I'm going to take Vajra. I'm going to take Ball Lightning, which I want. I will take Leap because I want that too. And then I will remove a card. And they're still all commons. It's good because I have to have them all be commons. I've taken a couple of attacks recently, Let's take out a strike. I still need those defends because I really haven't gotten many better other defend cards. Choose one of 20 cards to add to your deck. So all for one would be great, but it's rare. I could take Go for the Eyes, Charge Battery. Charge Battery is not too bad. Another Cold Snap. Or a Beam Cell. I already have a Beam Cell. Do I want another Beam Cell? It does come pre-upgraded. I think I'd rather have a Cold Snap. Alright. The little birdies. The little birdies, I want to get enough block to stop all of the birdies. I guess I can do that with Cool-Headed, Cold Snap, and this Defend. Let's start with the Cool-Headed. And then, which bird are we going out against? I don't think it really matters that much. Did I did not calculate that wrong. I calculated it with the plated armor, and I forgot about that when trying to recalculate. Sweeping Beam hits all three of them. That's good, because I can knock one of them out of the air. I can only knock one of them out of the air, though. And it ought to be the one that's dealing me 12 damage, maybe? Unless I'm going to block that damage anyway. So, I have 4, 6, 8 block, so I only need 9 more. That blocks everything. Which means I can spend all of my attacks taking this one out of the air. Wonderful. And I could defeat it. Let's defeat it. Going after the one that's buffing itself is very nice if you can. Sweeping Beam. It's very good in this battle. I can knock one out of the air, but that's it. I guess we won't knock any out of the air. I'll just defeat this one. And then we win. I have the choice of a Beam Cell again. Upgraded Beam Cell. Do I want an upgraded Beam Cell in this deck? I don't think so. I do have a few ways to draw cards, though. Got 2 Sweeping Beams. I have the Compiled Driver and the Cool-Headed. I guess I'll take one. And then let's go to an Elite. Alright, we drew both of our Beam Cells. Let's start with the Sweeping Beam. Actually, that's silly. Let's hit both of these with a Beam Cell. And then do the Sweeping Beam. Great. Compile Driver will draw me 2 cards. gives me more options. I think I want more lightning right now. Great, he's putting out more guys, which means we can wail on him while he's doing that. All of my sweeping beams went away though. I liked drawing all those sweeping beams. No reason not to recurse that. I'm gonna go for the eyes something. Which am I going to do that on? I guess I want to take this one out. And then I want it to be very likely that that one's out. Oh well, still blocked everything. Let's beam cell the main guy. Recurse the lightning. That did not hit there. This next one could though. It did. And I've got defense. And nothing to defend against. Now there's plenty to defend against. Let's go for the eyes. This one. Now I only need to stop 35 damage. 35. Well, I can stop 4 of it by attacking this one. Let's hit it with the compile driver first. Unless I'm not going to play the compile driver. I could play a whole bunch of cold snaps. I think that is what I'm going to do. Yeah. That blocks as much as I can. I should really be thinking about my potions. I have not been because of the previous run where I couldn't use potions. I'm going to use one so I can use the compile driver and play another card. If I had done that correctly, I could have gotten another card off of compile driver, but I didn't think about it. And we can defeat this enemy. Nunchaku. That's not too bad. A leap plus. That's exactly what I want in my deck. I don't have much gold, but I prefer to fight. Let's start with a sweeping beam. It's quite nice to start with. This is a somewhat difficult battle. I might want to use one of these. I could use the Blessing of the Forge this turn. I think I will. That means a strike takes out that one. And then Beam Cell and Strike almost takes that one out. We could get lucky with our zaps. Not that lucky. It was only a 25% chance. Sweeping Beam takes out one. Should have done Beam Cell first though. Didn't think of that. And then win. And we get the red mask. I think the red mask is quite good. I cannot take Defragment. I could take another sweeping beam or a cold snap. I've really been liking my sweeping beams. I think I will take one more, but this is the last one. The last sweeping beam. Now, I finally get to upgrade Cool-Headed to draw an additional card. That's much better now that I've added more zero-cost cards to the deck. The White Beast statue, in a way that I can actually use it. Remove a card from my deck. Gladly. Gladly remove a card. I'm going to remove another strike. The Book of Stabbing. Well, this one is going to hurt. In fact, I'm going to use my Dexterity Potion in this battle. Doesn't help much this turn, but it will help a lot in future turns, I hope. Pile Driver draws me the most cards. Leap blocks everything. And I think that's worth it. I'm going to do Sweeping Beam. Start with the Beam Cell, and then go for the eyes. I do want some block this turn. Let's do Cool Headed to see what we draw. I have 2, 4, 7. This will add 7 more, that's plenty. Still, Sweeping Beam is the best card I have. Unless I want to draw those two next turn. I do want to draw those two next turn. So, I will not use the Sweeping Beam so that I get those next turn. Now, Ball Lightning. Do I want a defend? Or something other than that? If I do one defend, I will have 20. And having 20 means a Cold Snap will block the rest and deal him a little bit of damage. And then a Cool Headed. Oh, how about that? A Beam Cell and a Zap. Apparently I won. Unceasing Top. Unceasing Top is quite good in this deck, especially since I have 0-cost cards in the Ancient Tea set. It makes my first turn significantly better. The only real problem is that the Calling Bell means that I have the Curse of the Bell, which will always stop me. Do I want another Go for the Eyes? You know, 2 Go for the Eyes and 2 Beam Cells? Sure. What do I want to smith the most? Probably Go for the Eyes. And then the next one might be Beam Cell, although I don't think I need that much Beam Cell action. Ooh. How many strikes do I have? 2? Aw. Well, let's do it. Lose the Blood Vial, remove all strikes, receive 5 bites. That removes 1 strike, 1 upgraded strike, and gives me 5 bites. Which is not the best. But I like bites. I think bites are pretty good. I just would prefer not to have 5 of them. Sweeping Beam. Another Sweeping Beam. Go for the Eyes. Actually, let's start with let's do another Sweeping Beam first. And a Recursion. So I can defeat most of these. I can defeat 2 of them this turn. And I'm actually gaining health. Very nice. Cold Snap and then Compile Driver. That was a very easy elite battle. And the Eternal Feather. That's quite good. I do not think I want stack, and the other two I can't take. By the way, just to point out, the bites are common, and they started as upgraded because of my molten egg here. So that particular event was pretty good for me, actually. Let's smith. So I could do beam cell. Don't know that beam cell is that great. Could do just more damage on compile driver or sweeping beam, or more block on leap. I'm going to choose more block on leap. Alright. Beam cell doesn't do much, it just removes an artifact, but that's always good. I think this is the first time we're going to invoke the unceasing top. That didn't do much. Well, the unceasing top dealt 7 more damage. Not bad. 2 go for the eyes. Guess we'll take out his artifact charges completely. And then I'm gonna go after the rightmost one first. I am taking damage here. In theory, I might be able to heal that with all of the bites that I have. Start with beam cell and ball lightning. I am going to play all these cards, so might as well play cool-headed first. Yeah, pile driver, and then we're done. Took my zap. That was not expected. So by the way these enemies work, the stasis, they take your highest rarity card. It just so happens that all of my cards are the same level of rarity, so it was going to choose a random card, completely random, whereas usually they're not completely random. Let's give him some weakness, and then just play our cards. What do I start with this turn? Sweeping Beam draws me cards. Pile Driver draws me cards. And then, now that I know all of my cards, I want a Ball Lightning. And go for the eyes. Here is the danger turn. I only have 3 energy, so let's defend as much as we can. This gives me a frost, but this gives me 3 health, and the 3 health is more than the frost this turn. Oh, actually I can do both because of the nunchaku. We have survived 1 hyper beam, and we've got 2 beams to shoot back at him. This unceasing top is doing very well in this battle. So, this is another danger turn. Definitely want to play the leap. If I play a defend, then I am 1 away. So I'm going to play a cold snap so that I block it all. Let's start with Go for the Eyes, Sweeping Beam, Bite, Cold Snap, and then I don't have enough energy to use this Unceasing Top again. Let's start with Cool-Headed this time. Go for the Eyes is good, that weakens him. And then a Leap, Leap, and a Bite. I have no way to get these orbs to be better, by the way. I don't know if there's any common cards that give you focus. There probably aren't. So the orbs that I put out are always going to be the basic levels. Don't really care about the Fear Potion. And those are all rare, so might as well just skip them. Start of each combat, channel a plasma. Not see enemy intent, or you no longer discard your hand. This is pretty bad because of the curse that we have. The curse combined with this Unceasing Top makes this pretty bad. Runic Dome or Nuclear Battery? I think Nuclear Battery. Fighting the same final boss again, and I could go into Act 4 again with the Defect, potentially. I think that I might. I'm going to be fighting a lot of elites this round. I do like fighting elites. If you've watched me play this game at all, you probably know at this point that I really do like fighting elites. I just like the shiny cards that they give you. What can I say? I'm a sucker for shiny things in video games. Those burns are a lot worse when you don't have a medical kit that gets rid of them. Oh well, it's 2 damage. We can probably heal 2 damage. I'm going... well, there's no way for me to heal it in this battle. So, Hologram. Do we want Hologram? Not really. We've got some 0-cost cards, but none that we want to play multiple times. Particularly. If you go to the right, to get everything that I want. Definitely going to gain the gold. Don't really want that at all. Even though I could potentially remove it at the shop. What do we do here? Could go to try to take one of them out relatively quickly. Sweeping Beam seems good. I've got another Sweeping Beam. And then a Beam Cell will take this one out. And then I want to defend as much as I can. I can most likely heal that back, but still not completely sure. Start with another Sweeping Beam. And then a Cool-Headed. And then a Compiled Driver. That draws a bunch of cards. And this recursion gives us the energy and gets the energy orb back, which is kind of nice. I want to defeat this one, and then hope to defeat that one next turn. Well, not exactly what I was hoping for. Let's go after this one again. If we didn't have the Curse of the Bell, our Unceasing Top might have allowed us to win that round. Let's recursion this Plasma Orb again. Sweeping Beam, and then we can take this one out. Great. An attack potion. Do I want an attack potion more than a vulnerable potion? Yes. I do not want another Cold Snap. Done on Cold Snaps. So this does nothing for me because I do not have a power in my deck. And it only does something when you get a power, when you play a power card. I just refused a Cold Snap. Don't really want another recursion. Cannot take those two. Don't want the Steam Barrier. So Dolly's Mirror, card removal, and Whetstone are the remaining options. I cannot take both of these, but I can do a card remove and one of these. So let's start with the card remove. What card would I like to remove? Good question. What card do I want to remove? Maybe one of the bites? Yeah, I didn't really want 5 of them. Let's remove one bite. And then, do I want to duplicate a card? I don't think so. So let's upgrade 2 attacks. Nice. Oh, totally gonna fight. I want a rare relic. I refuse common cards. I accept rare relics. We've got plenty of energy, so hopefully the Unceasing Top can do good things. I mean, it gave me defense. It gave me more than I needed, but I appreciate it. Let's see here. Sweeping Beam. The recursion doesn't really do much for me with the Plasma Orb because I have got the Curse of the Bell in my hand. I'm going to play the Ball Lightning and recurse one of these Frost Orbs. Compile Driver will draw me 2 cards. Let's start with that. Go for the Eyes and Sweeping Beam. And one of these defends. The burns cause me to get hurt this turn. But I can heal it all up with just that fight. And can I win this turn? Yes. That went very well. I got the Captain's Wheel. On your 3rd turn, gain 18 block. And the Strength Potion is better than the Attack Potion. Let's take it. I cannot take any of those because they are uncommons. Giant Head. He has the Slow ability. Every time I play a card, he gets 10% more damage from attacks. So we're going to start with all of the defense cards, and then do the attack cards. This turn, that Compile Driver is quite nice. let's do the compile driver and draw a bunch of cards. I can recurse the plasma orb, and then I think I can play all of these cards, so let's do them in order. There we go. I definitely want to do the beam cell as my first attack. There's no reason to play the defend because the sweeping beam will draw me another attack card. So, beam cell. Then a bite, and then another bite, sweeping beam, and whatever we drew. Cold snap. This is probably a good turn to play the flex potion. So, start with a beam cell, and then a compile driver, and then a sweeping beam. Trying to draw cards first. Then let's play the skills that we have. That was an excellent turn for that potion. 5 extra strength this turn has been very nice. Can I win this turn? I don't know. Possibly not. Let's start with cool-headed. Go for the eyes is a good draw there. Let's leap, and I'm blocking 16, 20. So a cold snap would do it. And then we'll try to win next turn. 39 damage. 39 damage might not be possible. We'll start with the defend, and then the recursion, and then the beam cell, and then the go for the eyes. Not quite. So I did take damage, and we win. We're on scales again. Very nice. Cannot take any of those cards because they are not common. The Spire growth. Start with a beam cell. This Curse of the Bell has been awful with the unceasing top. So, leap. I'm probably going to play leap. Let's start with a sweeping beam, though. And then cool-headed. And then ball lightning still allows me to play leap and bite. Great. Always start with beam cell, and then compile driver, draw more cards, and then just hit him with everything you've got. Do I have any zero cost? I have 2 zero cost. Let's see if we draw one. Wonderful. And the other one too. Essence of Darkness. Seems pretty nice. Do I want it instead of an ancient potion? Sure. don't think I care for another ball lightning. Yeah, not particularly. And that was the only option there. Beam cell. Always start with the beam cell. And then let's see if we draw a 0 card we can play. Nope. Compile driver draws me a bunch of cards. Let's do it. Go for the eyes. I'm gonna recurse. I'm not gonna play cool-headed. Right? Actually, there's no reason really to recurse. Let's just play cool-headed. Apply some vulnerability. And then I will recurse. I already have some block this turn due to my captain's wheel. I want to play Zap. And then Sweeping Beam to seed more information. Okay. We're playing all of these cards. And then a Sweeping Beam. And a Cold Snap, which will give me 2 more energy. Which means I can play more cards. Can't play that card. That is a burn. I would have to get very lucky to be able to defeat him this turn. While he's intangible. Let's do a cool-headed beam cell, zap, and then a cold snap. I took 1 damage. Very sad. Mercury Hourglass. It's not too shabby. Don't really care about the explosive potion. And I do not need another beam cell. The charge battery, though. I will take a charge battery. So if we're going to the 4th act again. We've got to take the Sapphire Key. And apparently we're going to the 4th act again. Let's see if we can do it with the Defect with all commons. I will tell you right now, the chances are very small. Beam cell, pile driver. I will play the leap first so that we tick up the slow by 1. And then cold snap and bite. So I've got 4, which means I could play entirely attacks. Well, I've got 4 energy. Actually, those 2 cost 0, of course. So we'll start with the leap. And then beam cell. Always start with beam cell. And then play these 2 and see what else we draw. We're still drawing a bite. Top decking all day. A charge battery. Got more energy next turn. Great. 42 block. Not necessary, but appreciated. I'll play the Sweeping Beam to see what I draw. And then we'll play the Defend before we play the other attacks. What do I want to do here? I want to play the Cold Snap before the Recursion. And I'm playing the Leap this turn, so we'll start there. Cold Snap, Recursion. Curse of the Bell. Granted, I had 0 energy, so Curse of the Bell didn't hurt me that turn as much as it does most turns that I get hit by it. I will play the Charge Battery this turn. And then, do we play Leap before Beam Cell? Yes. $85 damage. Don't think I can do 85 in this turn. Let's start with Cool-Headed. And then Zap, and then Defend, and then Beam Cell before all the attacks. Hey, how about that? I did defeat him that turn. The Swift Potion is not as great when I've got the Unceasing Top. Still a nice potion, though. I think I want 1 Claw in this deck. I previously did not take a Claw, but the way this deck has turned out, I think I do want a Claw. And let's take the Ruby Key. We're going to the 4th act again. Presuming that I do win the rest of this run. Don the Mask, get tons of gold. We'll be able to spend that gold in the 4th act shop. Start with Cool-Headed. And then Cold Snap and Recursion. Bite. Just play all the cards so that we can draw another one. Curse of the Bell. Curses. So, I need to be careful with this enemy because I don't want his curse, right? Well, actually I have the Amamori, so I don't need to worry about the curse. Well, let's start with a Ball Lightning, and then a Sweeping Beam. Definitely want Charge Battery, and Cold Snap. Dealing 11 damage. I will accept him just dealing 11 damage, rather than changing what he did. Compile Driver draws me a bunch of cards. Let's start with that. Beam Cell. Always good to do Beam Cell. And then let's do Sweeping Beam next. The Claw, I'm waiting for this moment where he's got exactly 4 block. Actually, because of the Beam Cell, I need to wait until he has exactly 6 block. There. Now if I attack him once more, which I might not be able to do, oh well, I would get the full damage in. But I guess the lightning's got the full damage in, so that's good. Always start with Beam Cell. Actually doesn't matter this time. So we'll save the Beam Cell. Start with Compile Driver. And then Sweeping Beam. Beam Cell does 5. Let's do a Cold Snap before we do our Beam Cell, and then if we don't hit him, well, let's hit him. 22 damage. I've got Yes, I can do charge battery and block it all. Alright, a couple of bites. And a cold snap to finish this one. Power potion. I want that. I'm going to take that instead of the speed potion. I will not take these cards. Sweeping Beam is a good way to start this battle. And then let's do a recursion. I should have done Beam Cell first. Always start with Beam Cell. Why can I not remember? Always start with Beam Cell. I should have attacked that one. Whoops. Well, let's attack this one. That first turn was not great. Well, it turned out well. What I mean is that I did it very poorly. Cool-headed. Let's hit a beam cell. I actually want to hit the beam cell on this one, so we can kill it this turn. Sweeping Beam and curses. The curse of the bell is truly a curse. Zap, go for the eyes, ball lightning, fight, leap, and then whatever we draw. The Reptomancer is not a problem. Let me think about where this is going. Thinking about the end boss here. And if I'm thinking about the end boss, which is the Corrupted Heart, I think that I will lose against the Corrupted Heart. I want the Power Potion and the Strength Potion for the Corrupted Heart. I think the Essence of Darkness I'm going to discard and take a Block Potion. I would love the Capacitor, but it's an uncommon, so I can't take it. And what are we smithing? There's very little left to smith. I guess a beam cell. Alright, I've got lots of money and lots of health. Going up against this boss again. So here we are against the final boss. I have only common and basic cards in my deck. I've never taken an uncommon or rare card. And also, I have no powers. Because powers tend to be uncommon or rare. So his curiosity ability will not affect me in any way. I have Unceasing Top and a ton of energy, so we're going to do a long, crazy turn. Unless I draw my Curse of the Bell. I'm going to go for the eyes against him to keep him weak. And then fight this one. The claw can kill this one. Keep him weak as long as we can. And then a cold snap will give me more energy because of the plasma orb that was there. I'm gonna beam cell him now. And there's my Curse of the Bell, which stops my top. So, Sweeping Beam is a pretty good place to start. And then a zap. There goes that guy. I really only need to play one elite to block everything. So let's start with a compile driver, draw more cards. And then a bite. I'm already blocking everything, so let's just go at him. The awakened one, or the unawakened one, as he is currently, stands no chance. I'm still thinking about the heart. I don't think we win against the heart. There are some good things that we have. I have a block potion to help me with one of the turns. The power potion I'm saving for the heart, and the strength potion. Those potions will help a little bit. But honestly, only a little bit. I am currently blocking 6, 8, so I want to play both of those defends. Let's play a sweeping beam, see if we draw something better. Nope. I have a lot of zero-cost cards, which is not great against the heart. Yeah, that's one of the problems. I have too many cards where I have a lot of cards that I would play that are not giving me block. The bronze scales are always good against the heart. The mercury hourglass is pretty meaningless against the heart. The threaded needle, the heart battle is one of the few that the threaded needle actually doesn't do that well against. What else do I have that's good or bad against the heart? I mean, I have the Sling of Courage, which isn't good against the heart, but it helps me with the elite battle before the heart, so maybe I will go into the heart with more health. This turn doesn't look so great. I'm going to take damage. But as I'm very confident that I'm going to win this battle, I'm not spending any of my potions, even though it's pretty scary how much damage he's dealing right now. I mean, I guess he's only dealing 1 damage at the end. But it'd be great if I finally got these go for the eyes. There we go. That reduces how much damage he's dealing quite significantly. It's pretty hard to win against the hardest thing in the game, i.e. the heart, when you can only have commons in your deck. The uncommons and rares, it's not necessarily that uncommons and rares are better cards, although on average they are, I think. But it's not that they're better cards, it's that you have more options. There's more things that you can do. That was a very lucky void draw, by the way. I drew this void from the top when I had 0 energy, so it didn't actually steal any of my energy. That was the best possible time to have drawn that card. Alright, and we win. So I consider that won. I have won this run, But now we're going to go into Act 4, because why not? Going into Act 4 with a challenge run is a lot harder than going into Act 4 with a normal run where you can do the game normally, you can get everything that you want, and prepare more for the final boss. I think I want the defend more than I want the other. My deck is almost entirely upgraded, which is quite cool. So what can I buy here? I could buy another claw. I could buy an unupgraded cool-headed. Doesn't seem that great. This helps against the elite, but it doesn't help against the heart. The lantern helps everywhere. Let's start with the lantern. Let's remove a card. And what card do I remove? I think I'm going to remove this unupgraded sweeping beam. Do I want anything else? The upgraded claw is what I'm thinking about. Having 2 claws is fine, I guess. The charge battery might be better than that. It might be better than getting a claw. I could get both, in fact. Let's get the claw and the charge battery. I don't think the cool-headed is great. There are other cards here that would be good that I am not allowed to get. And I could swap one of my potions for a weak potion. I don't think I want that. So, here we go. I don't know if I'm going to win this battle, by the way. I could lose against the spear and shield. Especially since I drew Curse of the Bell on my first turn. That's unfortunate. So he'll be doing 15 if I look away from him. It's less than that one, so I guess I want to hit him. Okay, I can do a fair amount of damage against this one and then turn around. I just can't guarantee that I can turn around with something that I draw off the top of the unceasing top. Oh, I can turn around because I defeat this guy. Wonderful. Let's see, I guess I want the compile driver. I'm taking a lot of damage here, unfortunately. Would I like to use my block potion? I'm taking enough damage that using the block potion is worth it. I didn't think about the toy ornithopter when I said that. But I'm not upset that I did that. So the Spire, Shield, and Spear went much better than it did in the last run. Much, much better. And an oddly smooth stone is very good. Because of the white beast statue, I was guaranteed that a potion would appear. I got the worst potion. The potion that you can't even use against the heart. Don't need another ball lightning. So, here we go. I wonder if I can drink this even though... Nope. Darn. So the toy ornithopter doesn't work with the smoke bomb. Right off the bat, we're not in a good situation because I have no block in my hand, so I'm guaranteed to lose one of my plated armor if I play a card this turn. And I'm going to play a card this turn. Let's use the power potion. Huh. Buffer is pretty terrible right now, but it could be very good. Creative AI. I would add a power card every turn. My deck really isn't built around that. I think I'm going to take Buffer. And by the way, just a reminder, when I say I can only take common cards, that's this deck, not this deck. So taking the Buffer, even though it's rare, does not mess up the challenge that I'm currently on. Oh gosh. Oh, I took damage, but the receiving unblocked attack damage reduces the plated armor. I thought that it would work against all of the damage that I took, even the heartbeat damage. But no, I remember that incorrectly. Unfortunately, I can't play the Buffer this turn, because it would just immediately get used. Also, I should use that. So which cards do I want to use? Definitely go for the eyes. I'm going to play the bites last. Oh man, the Buffer is terrible. Maybe I should not have taken the Buffer. I just realized how bad it is because I'm going to play it this turn. Because my unceasing top. But the Buffer immediately goes away. That potion essentially did nothing. And I got a single block card in there, which means I've got plenty of block cards in my deck. That's good. They're not in my hand, which is bad. Let's play a Sweeping Beam and hope to draw one. There we go. There's a Defend. Let's do a Beam Cell. Go for the eyes is very important here. Okay, this is a big hit. Ouch. Now, he's only doing 24 this turn, which is not too bad. Cool-Headed will give me some more energy, as well as draw cards. Wasn't the best use of that. But my thorns are hitting him a bunch here. So the bronze scales right there just did a bunch of damage. And let's get rid of this slimed. Alright, got a burn and the Curse of the Bell in the same turn. I was gonna say maybe that means I could actually use my Unceasing Top, but there's still the Dazed to get through. Still alive. I do have a lot of maximum health here. 100 max health is pretty nice. Start with the charge battery, and then the compile driver will give me more cards. I can play all of my cards. Does it matter the order? Not too much, just whether I'd prefer to have the lightning in the middle or at the right, and I think I want it in the middle. Let's alternate our lightnings. There goes all of my plated armor. We're only halfway through the Corrupted Heart's life, which is not exciting. And what does the heart get next? Oh, the heartbeat just went up. This is not going very well. Cool-headed draws me some cards. I need some more cards because otherwise I'm dying this turn. So let's play Sweeping Beam. See if we can get a block card. Go for the eyes is pretty good. We can use the beam cell to get rid of the artifact charge, and then go for the eyes to weaken him. Granted, I'm still dead. This is the part where throwing the smoke bomb would be good. Oh, I can survive. I can survive by playing Bite. If I played Sweeping Beam, I could draw one of the block cards and still survive as well. I'm gonna play the Bite and not the Sweeping Beam, so I will survive at 1 health. Not winning, I'm just not yet dying. So the leap is good. The cold snap is good. The defend is good. And then I die. But honestly, I think I got farther than I thought I would, and I'm happy with this result. I won my challenge, losing only against the heart, which is fun. I do like shiny. 25 plus relics, wonderful. And I got a ton of money too. So in the future we will have Turbo, Sunder, and Meteor Strike. All very interesting, weird cards to use, in my opinion. Well, that will be it for the stream today. I did win twice. I mean, I died both times, but I died to the heart both times, which still counts as a win in my book for the challenge. And next time I will do another challenge run. Bye for now.